Welcome to week number 14 of the NFL. Brought to you by Skybox Sports News. We pick against the Vegas spread every week. I'll tell you what, we got us a hell of a football week coming up on week number 14. We're fired up about it. Our crew has been analyzing the facts, going over the numbers, and I think we got some great picks coming down your way. But before we get rolling, I want to take a moment to welcome those brand new subscribers and our current subscribers to Skybox Sports News. We're fired up about the NFL, making the picks, getting geared up for the playoffs, and the whole kit and caboodle. We want to wish you a very, very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as we head into week number 14 of the NFL. Dun 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 dun, ba-dum, boom 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 boom. All right, first up we got New Orleans at Atlanta. Drew Brees and his crew are rolling into Atlanta. I don't think them Falcons are going to give them a good welcome. They got a hell of a bird's nest in there. They're favored by 1.5, New Orleans is. And I'll tell you what, Atlanta surprised us last week. I'm going to take the 1.5 points, Atlanta at home. So Atlanta take the points, 1.5, and fly out of that nest. All right, now we're going into Chicago. The Bears. They're playing at Cincinnati. Cincinnati. Holy moly. Chicago's giving away 6 points to Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a better football team. They're a tough group of guys. Hell of a game last week. I'm not sure if you watched it. Very, very vicious game against Pittsburgh. Had some key injuries, but I'll tell you what, they got more than enough to beat Chi-Town. We're taking the 6 points, and we're heading back to the jungle. That is the Cincinnati Bengals jungle, that is. Now we're going with Dallas now. Dallas is rolling on into the New York Giants. Giants. The Giants are on life support. This team is terrible. The Cowboys are favored by 4. They will cover and win by 5. Take the Cowboys on the road. We got the Green Bay Packers zipping on into Cleveland against the hapless Browns. Green Bay's looking good. I'm going to take them. They're favored by 3. They will cover. They will win by at least 4. Take the Green Bay Packers on the road. Now we've got the San Francisco 49ers coming on in to play the Houston Texans. San Francisco's a mixed bag at best. I'll tell you, I'm going to stick with Houston in this game. They've got a little bit more of a stronger record at home. I'm going to stick with Houston. They're favored by 3 points. They will cover and win by 4. Take the Houston Texans. Now we've got Minnesota, the Vikings. They're coming on in to play the Carolina Panthers. This is going to be a good game. Good ball game. Both of these teams have good offenses. But you know what? I think Carolina's is just possibly a tad bit more. Plus, they're playing at home. Cam Newton's, I think, looking to bounce back from last week. So we're going to go with the Carolina Panthers. Minnesota's giving away 3 points to them. We're going to take those points, and we're going to run back to the Cat House in Carolina. Now we got the Oakland Raiders. They're at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs. Kansas City is going to see if they could wrap up the AFC West here. Let's see. I don't know. But Oakland has not been playing well. Not sure what the deal is. Carr, hot and cold, started off strong this season. Now he's kind of gone lukewarm. Kansas City, boy, they've been in the dumps. And they started off hot, but they're still in first place, the AFC West. They're favored by 4 points. They're going to cover at home in Arrowhead. They're going to win by 5. Take the Kansas City Chiefs. All right. Washington Redskins. They're coming out to play the L.A. Chargers. Boy, Rivers and his crew is flowing. I'll tell you, this Charger team is making a late season run. You got to give it up to them. Washington, they're a mixed bag. They're hot and cold. But you know what? These Chargers, I think, are ready to roll. They're favored by 6 points. They're going to cover and win by 7. Take the touchdown. We're going to win by 7. Chargers at home. Now we're at the New York Jets. They're playing at Denver. Jets are favored by 1. Denver, what is going on with that Denver Bronco team? My goodness, what the heck? My defense is non-existent. The QB's gone. You know, they ought to bring in Manning. Bring in Manning Jr., man. Bring in Eli, man. Bring him in next year. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm going with the Jets. They're going to win by 2. Take the Jets. They'll cover by 1. They're covering their 1 point. Now we're going with Tennessee at Arizona. Tennessee is coming in to play Arizona. Arizona, I'll tell you what, this team you got to watch. I think they're going to pull out a little late season run here. Fitzgerald is fired up. They're giving away 3 points to them, Tennessee is. So I'm going to take those 3 points, and I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals. We're going to get some cacti out there. Going with Arizona, they're going to win. Actually, they're going to be within 3 points to take them home. Now we have the Seattle Seahawks at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville is favored by 2.5. But they have not been delivering lately. Last 2 weeks, Jacksonville has not delivered. Seattle has. I'm going with the Seahawks here. They're giving away 2.5 points. We're going to take the 2.5 points and we're going to fly back to the Hawks' nest in Seattle. Caw-caw! Watch out. Seattle Seahawks. Take them. We got Philadelphia Eagles. They're at the L.A. Rams. What's going on with these Rams? You know, they're hot, cold, hot, cold. They can't make up their mind. Philly just had 1 bad game. 2 bad games the whole season. I'm taking Philly. LA's giving them 2.5 points. I'm taking the 2.5 points. And I'm flying back to Philly. Philadelphia Eagles on the road. Take the 2.5 points. Now we're going with Baltimore. They're going into Pittsburgh. This is one of those black and blue, purple type of games. Pittsburgh was in a freaking death match last week with the Bengals, living in the jungle with the doggone rain coming down, the whole works. Wow. But they pulled it out. Big Ben and his crew. This team, this Pittsburgh team, is a viable opponent in the AFC Championship for New England. They could get New England into a big battle in the elements. Pittsburgh's the kind of team that might be able to pull that victory out. So I'm taking Pittsburgh. They're favored by 5. They're going to cover. They're going to win by 6. Now we got New England. They're playing Miami. They're giving Miami 11 points in this game. Miami's playing at home. They won last week. You know what? Those 11 points look pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and take those 11 points, and I'm diving into the doggone Atlantic Ocean with those Dolphins. Take the 11 points. Miami at home. See if they can pull that out. Now those are your NFL picks against the Vegas spread. We do them every week. We make it happen. We make things go. We're fired up about it. We had a 7-9 record last week, but we did better in college. We had a 5-2 record last week in college. We're fired up. We want to make things happen for you, but we need you to subscribe. Subscribe. We need 1,000 subscribers ASAP. We're going to drive for 1,000. We need those subscribers. We got big games coming up. and we got you covered here at Skybox Sports News. Out.